had Anno Mutationem on my radar for a while now. Its neon cyberpunk art style and side-scrolling action gameplay looked very exciting. So is this game as fun to play as it looks? Find out in my review. I am going to start with the graphics because they are what originally drew me to play Anno Mutationem. To summarise, it looks fantastic. The blending of pixelated characters and 3D environments works so well, especially in the cyberpunk aesthetic. Each load screen has a different cutscene, whether it be driving in your car, taking an elevator, or travelling through data pools. It is a great touch, however I did notice stuttering during these loading screens on the PlayStation 5. Fortunately, I never noticed any stuttering whilst playing Anno Mutationem. Now there is a fixed camera whilst exploring, which at times made it difficult to find the correct path to take. In the combat areas, the camera will also be fixed, with the area feeling like a 2D side-scrolling game. You play as Anne Flores, who lives in the futuristic Scop City and works as a private investigator. The main narrative surrounds Anne searching for her missing brother Ryan. Anne is also joined on this journey by an AI companion. At the beginning of the game, you learn Anne has a condition called encephalitis, which seems to cause her to glitch. I never felt it was fully explained, but it is interwoven into the narrative as you realise Ryan disappeared trying to find an elusive cure for Anne's condition. But for the most part, it seems like it causes her to become enraged and uncontrollable, so she has a combat suit created by her dad's friend to assist in Anne remaining in control during episodes of encephalitis. The main issue with the narrative is that it is so detailed and complex it can be overwhelming to understand exactly what is going on and how it all pieces together. Also, with various pieces of information scattered around the world, it could be easy to miss details that help tie it all and bring it all together. The gameplay is broken into two distinct sections: areas you can explore freely with no concerns for fights, and the combat areas themselves. You will know if an area is going to have combat as Anne will automatically change into her combat suit. There is a main quest objective as well as numerous side quests you can complete. The side quests mostly involve fetch quests and a handful of investigations to complete. The investigations themselves can be interesting as they do require some light puzzle solving to complete. Whilst exploring the world, you'll be able to interact with numerous NPCs and collect various items. Luckily, collecting is made easy in Anno Mutationem, as you can scan areas with orange highlights appearing around all interactable items. This comes in handy as there are a lot of items that can be picked up. Some of these will be used for selling, or others will be used for crafting. I did find, however, that the crafting seemed to be unbalanced with the amount of resources, meaning I only had enough for a couple of weapon upgrades throughout the playthrough. Weapons can also be upgraded with chips, however, again, to purchase any was very expensive compared to the limited in-game currency I was able to procure. On to the combat. There are three key weapons you can use in Anno Mutationem: a sword, a greatsword, and a gun. The first sword allows for swift attacks, the greatsword is slow but shines if the enemy has a shield, and the gun is your ranged option. You can also use a shield yourself and parry enemy attacks if used at the right moment. If you successfully break an enemy's shield, you can activate a special attack as well that does a lot of damage to the enemy. One frustration during combat that I did have was that scanning enemies is not fluid. Anne must be stationary for a few seconds to activate the scan, which is nearly impossible when taking on a group of enemies. I would have liked to be able to scan a new enemy once I engaged with them to check for shields and understand which weapon to best use rather than blindly swinging and hoping for the best. Now, while saying that, the combat does feel fluid and fun, if a little repetitive. Most enemies could be defeated easily by doing a quick roll to get behind them and attacking with a sword. You can unlock all manner of other attacks, I just never felt the need to change up this attack combination as it worked so well. Combat could have also been enhanced with a lock-on mechanic. I noticed sometimes when there was a flying drone to hit, I would use my gun. However, it would hit the closest enemy to Anne rather than what I actually wanted to target. An annoyance that was only compounded by the fact that ammo is limited, so you must purchase, find or craft more if you run out. Anno Mutationem also has a number of mini-games. from the classic Pong to a bartending game and also hacking minigames. These are a nice change of pace in the game. In particular, I enjoyed the bartending one where you mix drinks for the awaiting customers at your sister's bar. The music complements the art with the sound of neo-dystopia. There are a number of retro-feeling synth beats mixed in with some haunting and mysterious tunes. It is all interwoven and complex, matching the surrounds as you go through the game. Voiceovers are only in certain sections of the game, perhaps in sections that the developers deemed critical to the story. I could never really tell why this was the case. However, the voice acting itself was fine, and is available in multiple languages, which is a great touch for an indie game. Anno Mutationem is a bold entry into the cyberpunk genre. Its beautiful art style helps it stand out despite its flaws. And whilst I enjoyed my time in the world, the non-coherent plot and many unanswered questions left much to be desired. The difficulty spikes and uneven weapon upgrade mechanic also detracts from the experience, leaving it feeling like it needed a little extra finesse. Despite its flaws, it is a welcome addition to the cyberpunk genre and will be a welcome addition to many people's game libraries. Thank you so much for watching this review, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!